Welcome back to Celestially Anointed. I am Amaj Love, and I'm here with a powerful message for a divine feminine that is the goddess Isis. Okay, hear what I said. I did not say that you are affiliated, associated, that the goddess Isis wants to work through you. What I said was, you are the goddess Isis. What that means is that you are a divine healer. You are somebody who has a very nurturing spirit. You're somebody that wants to take care of other people, but I see you as having children as well. And if you don't have kids, you're very fertile at this time, and there is a good possibility that you can be pregnant or get pregnant in the next couple of months. So if that's not what you want, please make sure that you take care of yourself when you're being sexually active. So if you don't know the story of the goddess Isis, please, I want to encourage you to go look it up, do some research, because the story of Isis and Osiris, this is like an ancient story. Like I when I tell you that one of the oldest stories that we have throughout our human history is the story of Isis and Osiris. Okay, it goes further back than Christianity. The story of Isis is kind of like the story of Jesus in a way. What I mean when I say that is that like it's something that actually takes place on the physical plane, but also it's more speaking to our human psychology. The story is, we have the divine goddess Isis who marries her divine brother Osiris. And then they have another brother, Set. Set is very jealous of the relationship with Isis and Osiris. So he makes a coffin. He tricks Osiris into getting in the coffin. He nails the coffin shut, throws the coffin away. Isis finds the coffin, brings it back. Set then goes, chops Osiris up into 14 pieces, and gathers the 14 pieces all around. Isis then goes with the sister Nethys. They find all of the pieces except for one. So they find 13 pieces except for the phallus, which is also the penis. Isis decides to remember her husband. She puts him back together, all of the pieces. She can't actually bring him back because he doesn't have the penis. He's not whole. So she recreates a golden phallus. And when she does this, they can now conceive their child. So they conceive Horus, and Horus represents like divine kingship, heightened perception, and all of these things, right? And so I want to say, first of all, that there's clearly people in your life who has been put along your path to try to like take you off your path, to try to take you off your purpose. So I can see even like you have a lot of interference, right, in your life. You could know about this interference. You could know about these people who are trying to attack you, but then you could also be dealing with like cyber attacks, things that you really don't even know about. People are out here trying to tarnish your name and say bad things about you, try to send bad juju and bad energy your way, right? And it is not that you're a bad person, you're doing anything bad, but this is truly just because of who you are as the goddess Isis. It's like these things have to come to you. You have to deal with these things in order for you to be initiated or to be propelled into your purpose, okay? Because if Set didn't come and chop up Osiris, Isis wouldn't be known as this divine healer. She wouldn't have had Osiris's body to put back together and then use the magic to create the golden phallus. So it's like Set doing this, right? He was trying to do it to accomplish something for himself, but ultimately what he did was he highlighted the greatness that is of Isis and also of the divine child Heru, okay? Which is why the mother and child is very significant. Even when we move on to other traditions like Christianity, where you have the Virgin Mary and Jesus, the mother-son relationship is very important, and that comes directly from what was already learned and taken from Isis and Heru. Okay, not saying it was straight copy, but Egyptian theology has very heavy influence over our American culture as well as Christianity itself, right? And it's something that Christians have a hard time facing and acknowledging, right? They want to believe that like Christianity just came from like a vacuum somewhere, like it just poof popped out of nowhere, when it didn't. Like Christianity has a mother and a father, right? And the mother and father of Christianity is Osiris and Isis, right? And so go learn more about this goddess, because learning about this goddess is going to help you to understand why certain things are happening in your life, why they've been destined to happen. Okay, so what I just did here was like a prophecy. Like I heard that like there's a prophecy, like you are part of a prophecy, right? You've taken part in creating, literally like terraforming the earth, like there's something about you that is very, very old, very primordial, right? Your soul has primordial knowledge. And there's parts of you, I feel as if, too, like you're going through this thing where you're healing, you're going through this major healing process, or you've just come out of this major healing process where you are bringing yourself back in wholeness. There's parts of yourself that you had to remember together, right? Parts of yourself that were fragmented and left in traumas. There's been times where I feel like people really tried to come up against you, and they have stolen some of your energy. They have stolen parts of you, right? I don't know why I keep hearing that, like they have things that don't belong to them. They have energies, they have memories, they have, I don't know, maybe this could actually even be like property. Maybe you've left property in the past, things that were really like books, journals, diaries, things that told your intimate thoughts. Like I feel like people have them. Like there's some people in your past that have held on to these intimate memories that are supposed to be yours, but they have them, and it's almost like I don't know, like they use them for some kind of spell or magic. This could be like to draw you closer to them. It could also be they're trying to use these things as a way to throw you off, to tarnish you in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. But what cards? We had 3 cards came out here. Okay, we had 3 cards that came out here. These cards all have to do with healing, right? It's like here, this is talking about psychic protection, about stepping deeper into love. Not that you need to be deeper into love, like you're not loving enough, but this is loving yourself, stepping deeper into having love and compassion for yourself, and realizing that like if you're feeling awkward, if you're feeling off, if you're feeling like you're feeling like you're being really down on yourself, that's not you necessarily. That's somebody else that's playing on your energy and sending these bad negative energy to you. And you're supposed to like really have psychic protection, right? Protect yourself psychically. This space right here, this is also the sacred inner space, which I've talked about in my last video, so that could be relevant for you. You could go check it out. But the sacred inner space, and in this sacred inner space, you're also doing the healing work in this same heart space. And in that heart space, you are loving on yourself, you're having compassion for yourself. In this space, you're being your own mother, your own father, right? Really showing up and being present for the parts of yourself that were left fragmented, right? And in this space too is where, again, this is like all of your divine healing is happening in this space. And in there, you can sit in that space in solitude and protect yourself, give yourself protection, right? See yourself really being protected and covered. I'm being told to tell you that you are protected, but then there's also something about with this soul retrieval. It's like you needing to be come whole circle. But it's not only just about coming whole circle, but it's about like coming whole circle and closing an old chapter to open a new one. There's a new life that's ready to start for you. There's a brand new page, a new chapter that's ready to be opened, right? um there's a chapter that's coming where I feel as if you're going to be more stable. But also too, I definitely see this as like a baby. Like I said, you could be fertile right now. If you're not pregnant, you could be pregnant in the next month or two. And if you don't want to get pregnant, definitely use protection. There's like little baby turtles. I don't know if you see the turtles in the eggs here, and they're hatching, right? On top of the fact that there's a baby here. Even though this card is talking about stability, there's a card here about intuition. So also you're going to have, I think that in your sacred space, in this divine chamber of healing, you're going to get a lot of gifts coming to you. This is like, these gifts are, they are destined for you, for this new chapter of your life. Okay, they're sacred gifts that you are going to use and also be able to enjoy in this next chapter of your life. One of these gifts is having this awesome kind of discernment. Like, your discernment and your intuition is going to strengthen tremendously. Right. Okay. And because you've done so much releasing, you've been able to do so much releasing and letting go. And this is another reason why you are coming whole. Like with this soul retrieval, you are really being able to release things that are no longer serving you. And at the same time, releasing is clearing space and opening up for new gifts, new opportunities, for expansion. Okay. There could be something significant that happens around the summertime. But also I feel like this is just like the sun. Like I just feel as if the summertime is that time where, you know, the sun's out. You're going to, the sun signifies abundance. It signifies, you know, happiness, joy, celebration. Yes. I feel right now there is something that is unlocking within inside of you. And this also has to do with somebody coming towards you. I see that there is a divine masculine. This could be an air sign. I mean, could be a fire sign, which is an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But this masculine could also be an earth sign. So we're looking at Virgo. We're looking at Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Okay. But I definitely get that this person, right? So this is positive movement with the Six of Wands. You are on the right path, right? And this divine masculine is part of this purpose. Maybe you two, this person I feel like has a major part within your purpose. Okay, we have a card here. This card too says fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. So this divine masculine, this could be part of the soul contracts that are coming towards you. But I also feel like that's also confirmation that you're on the right path and that you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing at this time. Okay, I feel like this divine masculine that's coming towards you, that this masculine is going to be very generous. Okay, because we do have the card where it says generosity. So it's like you being generous. Yes, I feel like you are generous just naturally with who you are, right? I feel like you're generous. You might not be generous so much with money, but I feel like you're definitely generous with your time. You're generous in ways where you try to be there and show up for people that you care about. But I feel like this divine masculine is coming in, and I feel like This divine masculine is seeing you with clearer eyes than anybody else has ever had moving forward. Because Heru, this is Heru. This is the sun, Isis and Osiris's son, Horus. And Horus represents kingship, but he also represents divine perception. So I feel as if this masculine is coming in with clear perception of who you are, which I feel as if maybe that's something that would be refreshing for you, would be refreshing. Because I feel as if you've been dealing with a lot of people that are jealous, are envious. We have Venus that came out here. And so on the bottom, on the back of Venus, so you could also be a Venus is an earth sign too. Venus is for earth sign. So you could definitely be dealing with the earth sign here. Okay, you could be an earth sign. But what I have here, it says you are gorgeous. And I hope you can see it because everyone else does. Goddess Aphrodite. Goddess Aphrodite is also connected to Goddess Isis, okay? Goddess Aphrodite, love and beauty. Queen Nefertiti, fertility. The Empress, which we definitely have the Empress that came out as well. Okay, so I definitely get that you are very beautiful, right? I feel as if you're not just beautiful on the outside, but you are beautiful on the inside. And I feel like that's another reason why you might have interference. I think people naturally just hate on you because of how you look, because of who you are. It's just something about you that I feel like might be different, very different from the people that you grew up with, you know, and because of that, you've always felt kind of set apart, right? But this divine masculine is going to come in, and I feel like this divine masculine is really just going to see you for who you are, and because of that, they're going to want to be very generous with you. They're really gonna, I feel like they're gonna come in and really just kind of like try to sweep you off your feet, right? I feel like this divine masculine is making plans for you in their future, okay? Because we also got these that came out. The King of Wands, like I said, they could be a fire sign, right? But then this Two of Wands is about like planning for the future, right? As you can see, she's already kind of like she's explored the city over here, and now she's looking at other territory that she can explore and conquer. And I feel like that's what this this divine masculine is doing with you. He's actually seeing you and thinking how he can fit you in his life plans. Yeah, I definitely feel like this divine masculine has a lot of love for you, a lot of passion for you. Definitely sees you as the Empress. This divine masculine definitely sees you as beautiful, as gorgeous, almost like they've never seen anybody in the physical, like in physical flesh, who is as beautiful as you, right? This divine masculine could be the one that wants to knock you up. I don't know. Okay. What else was I gonna say? Right. Okay, so we have the Temperance card came out here too, along with the Two of Pentacles. So I do feel as if there's a need for you to just try to stay in balance. Like, I'm not really getting that like you are worried, like there's like you're anxious. It almost feels as if you're looking forward to the things that are happening in the future with the Page of Joints. It's like you're looking forward to just being unique, being authentic. Like, I don't know, something about you enjoying or taking like you're finally taking awareness to your uniqueness and how that uniqueness really sets you apart from everyone else, right? I feel too with this Page of Joints, there's a lot of wands here. There's like, I feel like almost the whole wand suit came out, which is a good thing, because I feel as if you're right now, you're going through this phase where you're really enthusiastic and excited about new projects, about new opportunities. It's like this new chapter, you're feeling this excitement about your life and about what's going to come in the future, right? It's like so what I was going to say actually about this staying in balance, This temperance is like staying in balance because you've come from dealing with a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of things. And I feel like there's still people in your field who want to keep you in this kind of momentum, this kind of feeling. But it's like these are the only two cards on this whole table that looks bad, right? That seems bad. And they're the 9 and the 10. And it's just like everything else is so good. So it's like staying in balance, staying in your sacred space within inside of you. It's like it's keeping you in this energy, where it's like in like this temperance card, as you can see on this temperance, like you have all the snacks, right? You have all the munchies. Like 420 is like that day where smokers, they come together and they just smoke out, and they just, that's like a smoker celebration day. And they see there's munchies there. So I feel like this is you, as long as you are staying in balance with yourself, staying in balance in your life and leading with that. Like, you're going to always be in this energy where it's like you can just party, you can have fun, you can just do what you want to do and kind of be carefree. Like, this next chapter of your life, you're going to have a lot more freedom, the ability to just be carefree with your life. And it's real amazing, okay? It's very amazing. Right. The people that are talking about you, know that they're going to reap what they sow. Okay, they're going to reap what they sow, believe me, because you are here for a divine purpose. And what you have going on, they cannot stop it. No matter how hard they try, no matter the things that they say, they're only making you great, because you being here is part of your responsibility. Okay, you see like how this muskrat is here, and it's like they've got the paintbrush, right? And it's like like you could even see the hyena is like half painted, right? It's like that's what you do here. Like, it's your responsibility to help direct humanity for the next level of our human journey. It's like you are here and you're going to give other people the keys or the codes in order to also become painters and to also become creators of their own divine reality. And this is going to really help push everything forward, really to help make the canvas, how it's supposed to be. Not just one person, but everyone taking their part in creating this beautiful picture that we call the world that we live in. Okay. All right. So I do see one more card here, and this card talks about strategy. And I feel as if this has to do with your money. I feel as if there's going to be new opportunities that are coming into your life that are going to help you strategize, help you to diversify your financial portfolio. That's going to really help you. And this divine masculine, especially because they're showing up as the King of Pentacles, this divine masculine could also be the one that helps you in this area. But even if they're not, I feel as if you have all the tools in your arsenal to be able to start building something more for yourself financially. Okay. Right. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards that are going to talk about your money. Let's see. Hopefully we're gonna get some understanding about your money here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this just says weigh your emotions carefully. It says find equilibrium within. Yes, and that goes exactly with that temperance and that 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Weighing your emotions, just making sure that you are always using discernment. Weighing your emotions and your logic, making sure that you are, sitting with your feelings, hearing what your feelings have to say, right? Sometimes it's just about sitting with your feelings and not trying to figure it out, because guess what? It's really not your job to figure all of your problems out. And I know that seems kind of stupid, but it's really not. It's all about you listening to your feelings and then holding space for yourself and imagining the outcome that you want. and then leaving it and letting it be, right? You don't have to force anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to chase after anything. You are the goddess Isis, so your magic is great. All you have to do is sit there and think about what you want, give it space to actually exist in your mind and in your heart, and then guess what? The universe is going to move everything out of the way in order for that to come to you. And you know what? This is another thing that I heard for you, is that when you sit in your sacred space, right? Imagine what it is that you want, because I heard that you're going to have a gift. There's a gift that is coming to you, right? I said that. But this gift is super special because it's not just like heightened awareness. It's not just, your clairaudience or your clairvoyance is going to be tapped in, tuned in. No, this is a gift where it's like the divine is asking you, what do you want? The divine is saying, what do you want? And you need to sit and imagine what it is that you truly want. Imagine what you want. See it in your mind, feel it in your heart. So very specifically, go through what it is that you want. And then you're being told to just wait and expect it to arrive, because what's going to arrive is going to be 10 times better than what you even imagined, right? It's like the universe wants to reward you for your outstanding work, your outstanding performance in this life, and for actually putting foot to pavement and not allowing these things to take you off of your purpose, right? There's so many things throughout your life that has come along your path that was designed to knock you off of your purpose, and you haven't allowed any of them to succeed at it. So the universe wants to gift you what you want, but tenfold. So where it's like you can't even imagine how great it's going to be, right? I have a card that came out for you that said there is no peace without war. I feel as if like what you really want is peace, but there is somebody here that wants war. Okay, they could even be trying to do like legal things, or this could be somebody that you've had legal trouble with in the past, right? But like I said, everything is going to be handled. You are protected. They will reap what they sow. Okay, right? This thing says defendant, innocent. Okay, they will reap what they sow. There is no peace without war. And I feel like that goes to what we were talking about with Set. Like, with Set doing what he did, there's no way that Isis would have been this great goddess of magic and healing if Set didn't chop up Osiris, So the same thing with you is like the peace that you're looking for, you can have it, you will have it, it's yours. But in order for you to get to that peace, somebody had to wage war. Like, you wouldn't even be able to understand the beauty of your peace if someone didn't try to steal it from you. Okay. Let's see. I want to get a little something about your money here. What is going on with the collective's money? What is going on with Goddess Isis's money? Let's see. Okay, money matters. Let's see. It says here, okay, this card came out. It says money matters. It says expense save, cut costs, resource plan ahead, make an informed choice, invest your money wisely. Okay, invest your money. And then we've seen strategy here, right? Strategy and invest your money wisely. So expense save, cut costs, resource plan ahead, make an informed choice, invest your money wisely. Okay, but what also came out with those two were wrong decision and limitations. Think before you act, which it also says here, make an informed choice. Think before you act. And it says Fear and doubt limit freedom of action, limitations. Let go of your worries. It's saying that there's limitations, wrong decisions here. Okay. So what I'm getting is that, okay. So what I'm getting is that there are going to be some opportunities that come up for your money, but there definitely needs to be some strategy, some thinking, some planning it out first before you actually make any decisions. Okay. I feel as if there's something here. Right. Okay. So what I got to wealth. So there is wealth here and there's new beginnings in your wealth, but there also has to do with something about saving. Right. So maybe it's more of a necessity that you save. Right. Because this card too does say resource plan ahead. So maybe saving for something, planning ahead, but there is wealth for you and there's new beginnings in your money here. Okay. So I think that's very interesting. Right. And fertility. Again, like I said, you could definitely be pregnant or finding out that you're pregnant in the next couple of months. Okay. But yeah, there is wealth here and there's new beginnings in your wealth. Hit the restart. Okay, so you know what I just got? So what I just got was that, like, okay, yeah, like you're about to come into some money. You're going to come into money. Is it going to be right away? No. It might happen in the next year, 6 months to another year. You definitely have money coming in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I feel like within the next 6 months to a year, expect to see some improvements in your financial situation. You're having maybe new sources of income coming in, but don't go spending this money crazy. Don't go spending this money, you know, save it, plan ahead. Make sure that you maybe need to seek a financial advisor. Speak to somebody who can help you, like I said, diversify your financial portfolio. Yes, that's definitely what I see for you. Okay. I see your wellness. I see you working out. I see you working on your glow up. Yes, with this new money that's coming in, I can definitely see that. Okay. All right, we're going to do one more card. And this one that I have, this is a scripture. Okay, and I thought this was perfect to end with a scripture, even though we talk about the goddess Isis, because they all go together. And I want you to do some research on the goddess Isis and find out exactly who you are. Okay, but we're going to leave you with this scripture. And this is Ephesians 4, verse 32. It says, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, hath forgiven you. And I feel like this is really about forgiving the people that think that they can come against you, right? Forgiving them because they know not what they do. They didn't know how great you were. Nothing that they can do can stop who you are and can stop you from living in your purpose, right? So forgive them, let it go. And at the end of the day, you're moving on to bigger and better things. You have new beginnings in money. You have new beginnings in this love life, okay? And you're having new beginnings in discovering yourself and realizing just how beautiful you are and how expansive you are and how much purpose that you have here, okay? So I want to thank you for being a part of this message and know that I love you so much. I'm so thankful for you being here. Thank you for taking part in this message. I do want to mention that I would love for you to please like or subscribe if you have not already. Don't forget to check out celestiallyanointed.com, all right, where you can find PDFs that I have created just for you, all right? And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video. Bye, babe.